on MyPillow Premium Pillows.
As
today's Ag News from Southeast AgNet. A cannabis-based bill passed the House of Representatives last week, but it may be no more than a symbolic victory. More after this.
For generations, we've worked the land. We've faced hardships and uncertainty before, but you can depend on Florida's farmers. We will continue to rise before dawn and harvest our crops, ensuring that Florida-grown fruits and vegetables are in your stores and that your family is fed. We are providers for our families and yours. We're Florida's farmers, and we're in this together.
The House of Representatives passed the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act of 2019. The bill will legalize cannabis at a national level by removing it from the Controlled Substances Act. Essentially, the bill will solve several issues with the cannabis industry, including banking and tax complications, eliminate minor cannabis offenses, and allow for more research and trials on the production side of the industry. However, the U.S. Senate will likely kill the MORE Act when it comes up for a vote. Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has openly refuted any such bill. Some agricultural leaders are mildly supporting the move. The bill would not force states to legalize cannabis, but for the states that have already cleared the way, the federal law is the only roadblock remaining. Florida Agricultural Commissioner Nikki Fried, who is a noted cannabis advocate, issued a statement in support of the passage, noting the racial injustices also related to the federal law. Fried went on to say that she is hopeful that this long overdue measure will be prioritized in the 117th Congress on behalf of the countless families whose lives were upended by the war on drugs, patients who need safe and secure access to medical marijuana, and the diverse array of entrepreneurs seeking the economic potential of this growing industry, including hemp farmers right here in Florida. Filling in for Randall Wiseman, I'm Taylor Hillman for Southeast AgNet.
when it really counts. Depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have plenty of sunshine today, but cool with a high of 59 to 63. Clear and chilly this evening, low tonight 36 to 42. Wednesday will be a cool day with plenty of sunshine. High tomorrow 62 to 65. Then Thursday and Friday both will be nice days with sunshine mixing with some clouds. High Thursday 69 to 72. High Friday 73 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
That time of year again, you found that perfect gift. Now how to ship it? Well, Just Ship is the answer. Just Ship has a flat rate for package ship and curbside pickup with convenient weekend hours. Plus, even gift wrapping is available. Right now until December 16th, Just Ship will have free pickup or 15% off your total shipping cost. Shop small, ship small. Just Ship is located across from Yandles Building Supply on North Magnolia. Call them at 352-234-3840.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Tuesday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt on a cold but sunny Tuesday morning, and it's supposed to get colder tonight than it was last night. A guy who thinks the same exact way I do, that somebody needs to shut off the dadgum air condition outside and let it warm back up. Galen Unall from Lifestyle joins us.
Yeah.
Galen, the air condition outside is getting a little ridiculous.
Well, they need to pull the sun back closer.
Thank you.
Global warming isn't all bad. You know?
Not for people that like heat.
I mean, you can't grow crops or food in this weather. It's too cold.
It's too cold.
You know?
Too cold.
Yeah. We need more humidity and more heat.
I know when
humidity and heat.
I know when I wake up in the morning, I go out to my car and I crank my car. You know how you got to crank your car to get the the fluids running through it and everything. So I crank it, and I know it's cold because I have the defrost. When I get out of the car at night, I set the defrost just in case, because heavy dew mornings and everything. Here it'll still fog your windows up. So I crank my Cadillac, and you got the keyless crank. You can crank it without getting in it. And as soon as I crank
you do,
it,
because you're big time.
Well, I know.
The rest of us schmucks have to turn the key.
Well, not all of us can be me. So
no,
I'm out watering the the citrus trees that I bought at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, and I look at my car, and my car's been on maybe 45 seconds, a minute, and the heat, the inside, not the heat, but the inside defrost has hit that cold window, fogged the whole window over. It was a clear window when I walked outside. The defrost hits it, fogs the whole thing up. It's so cold.
Yeah.
So
That's
then you got to
what you're
wait.
trying to figure out. Yeah. You're trying to do a science experiment to figure out how to clear it up again because you only have to deal with it 2 days out of the year.
Right.
And you're like, should it be on cold? Should it be on hot? All I know is I can't see. And then the next thing you do, you end up wiping it off.
That's the worst, though.
In there.
Wiping it off is the worst, though.
Yeah, but it's either that or die, and now you got streaks on your window for the next 6 months.
That's it, exactly.
Wash your car.
For the next 6 months, you got this streak from where you wiped the window off that one time.
Yeah, we don't understand how to deal with defrost in Florida. That would be a good public service announcement that you could do. How to, it only run twice, but it would be great because I truly have no idea. I lived in Maryland for a year, and I never figured it out. I just decided not to touch anything.
I lived in the mountains of North Carolina for 5.5 years. Still have no idea. Still have no idea.
It's voodoo science.
I just know you turn the truck or your car on and you let it run for 10 minutes and then you come back and the window's clear.
I didn't ever get that.
If you got the heat on and you put it on the defrost, about 10 minutes it'll clear the window up.
Yeah, I remember I had to buy a ice scraper in Maryland, and I'm like, why do I need this? Can't I just pour water on it? That's what I would do in Florida.
Yeah, but if you pour water on it up there, it'll crack your windshield.
Yeah, I had no idea. Florida boy. I lived in the Philippines for 3 years.
Yeah,
you think you have to worry about that problem?
I thought pouring hot water on the windshield would help. Yeah, I had to replace a windshield.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, it's terrible. Cold. There's nothing good that comes out of cold weather.
Right, 100% agree. Now, sad note today, but I want to know if you know what today is. 40 years ago tonight.
Yeah.
Frank Gifford comes back from commercial break and says, Howard, you have some breaking news. And Howard Cosell then tells the world that while standing outside of his apartment in Manhattan, a crazed lunatic named Mark David Chapman shoots the great John Lennon in the back twice, killing him.
Yeah.
That happened today, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I was like 10. I'm not a huge Lennon fan. The Beatles just never spoke to me. I get why people do like them.
Yeah, but you understand the contribution the Beatles made to rock and roll.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not denying that in any way.
Right, of course.
Any stretch.
And Rolling Stone magazine did say, "Imagine" by John Lennon was the #1 song ever. I don't agree with him, but Rolling Stone magazine said it was the #1 song ever.
Sure. And the thing is what I always find interesting is, it was probably one of his biggest fans that shot him.
Yeah.
But we can agree on this. I think everybody agrees that Yoko Ono is the reason why the Beatles didn't continue, and her contribution to society took music back 4 or 5 decades with that album where she just chants the whole time.
You mean where she chants and screams?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Piece of art right there set society back. I should broaden it more than just music. Society as a whole, our culture.
Let me ask you this question.
We probably haven't recovered yet.
Let me ask you this question. Would you rather hear the Yoko Ono album on loop for 24 hours? Which one would be easier to do? The Yoko Ono album on loop for 24 hours, or the Barney and Baby Shark, Barbie and Baby Shark on loop?
I'll take those all day. Have you heard it? No.
Of course I have.
Heard it?
Oh, of course. I'm right now in my head. I'm already going, Baby shark, doot, 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 baby shark. Because I would rather have that in my head than the chanting and screaming Yoko Ono did.
I heard the Yoko Ono chanting, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, and it just rocked me to my core. And all I could do was curl up in the fetal position and slobber on myself.
Yeah, but still, sad day. John Lennon, a very, very talented musician, and Mark David Chapman, who was earlier in the day. There are photos of earlier in the day where paparazzi were out there, where John Lennon signing an autograph. Guess who he signed an autograph for? Mark David Chapman, who comes back and kills him hours later.
And of course, he had a great book in his pocket, which
Catcher in the Rye.
Conspiracy theories. That's just fuel for their fire.
And by the way, that is a great book.
It is a great book. I don't know. I've read it a couple of times. I don't know how that makes you kill someone.
It's different things that people take and bastardize and make them horrible symbols of life. Catcher in the Rye has started to get that thought process because of the people that, it's a favorite book for some reason of assassins. I don't know why. I never got that. I've read the book probably 6-7 times. I never got the whole assassin reasoning behind it. But
Sirhan,
people forget. People forget that the most polarizing, or two of the most polarizing symbols in the world, the stars and bars that the Ku Klux Klan bastardized in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, was really the battle flag of the first, the 111th Mississippi, who then it was adopted by Robert E. Lee to be the battle flag of the Northern Virginia Army. It was never the Confederate flag. It was just a battle flag of the Confederate Army. But Klan members took it to use as a symbol of hatred and a symbol of racism, so they bastardized this flag. And another symbol that was a symbol of peace, believe this or not, a symbol of peace. And then Hitler took it and turned it into quite possibly the worst symbol of hatred and genocide ever, the swastika. The swastika, when you go back and look 1,000 years ago, the swastika was a sign of peace in the medieval times. It was not anything derogatory. Well, that's what's happened to Catcher in the Rye now. It was a great book that assassins have now bastardized and made this evil thing.
Sure, absolutely.
It's just... But I remember I was watching, I was 14 years old that night, and I was watching the Monday Night Football game. And at 14, I'm right in the throes of my Van Halen addiction, you know what I mean? And I got Zeppelin, I got Hendrix, I got Pink Floyd, The Doors, Leonard Skinner.
Right.
They interrupted my football game to tell me John Lennon had died. I was like, well, his music sucks. Why do I care? But then as I got older and started to appreciate music, I then realized, this Lennon guy, he's not bad, but this George Harrison guy is really good. And this Paul McCartney guy is really good.
Yeah.
But because they weren't singing that little bebop stuff they were singing from the early 60s.
Sure.
I don't want to hold your hand. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if you love me do. I don't care. But some of the stuff George Harrison did and all later, and some of the stuff Imagine by John Lennon's a great song.
Yeah, it is. You can't deny that. You just can't. No, I agree with you.
But
you said Van Halen, and therefore you're in one of two groups. You're either Sammy Hagar Van Halen.
Oh no! Stop.
Or you're David Lee Roth.
Stop. There's only one Van Halen. Okay, David Lee Roth, Eddie Van Halen, Michael, and Alex.
I'm just checking, making sure that you're not, one of those faux fans.
That's like people. That's like people.
Wasn't a bad album.
No, but
not
it was
anything like Panama.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't Diver Down. It wasn't Women and Children First.
No.
No. Calm down.
No.
Wasn't Van Halen 1? Calm down.
No, the thing is when you hear, Sammy Hagar Van Halen, it's like everything's an anthem.
Everything.
And you're like, all right, quit taking life so seriously.
Well, let's take a break, and then when we come back, I'll tell you my favorite Van Halen song. There's no way you'll ever be able to guess it. I got a C note says you can't guess it.
Hot for Teacher.
No, of course not.
The greatest video.
It is the greatest video. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Galen Unall from Life South, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden and Penn Flooring. We'll be back after this short timeout.
Career Source, Citrus.
I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Christmas in 2020 sure looks different than it has in years past.
I'm Crystal, and it's fair to say this year has been like no other for the healthcare and the whole community.
We want to thank our frontline staff who continue to care for our residents every day.
And thanks to the family members who have been unable to visit for so long.
We wish each and every one of you a blessed holiday season. Merry Christmas from Palm Garden.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to a Tuesday edition of Ocala Talks on a cold, brisk Tuesday morning. We're talking to Galen Unall from Life South, thanks to the good folks at Palm Garden Rehabilitative Services. They're located at 2700 34th Street in Ocala. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions about Palm Garden or how they're handling COVID-19, call them at 352-854-6262. Also, Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. Penn Flooring owes every bit of their success to their unrivaled customer service. Penn Flooring is a full-service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solution for your flooring needs and having experience in both commercial and residential fields. Go see their big showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call at 352-351-3420. Before we went to commercial, I put a C note out there, said Galen couldn't guess my favorite Van Halen song. He went with Hot for Teacher. I mean, come on, could you be any more transparent than that? One more guess.
Can I get one more guess? Ain't Talking About Love is my favorite Van Halen song.
You're 0-2.
Dang. Okay.
Although I do like, have you seen Junior's grave? You know,
yeah.
It's a good line. I mean. No, my two favorite songs are two.
Oh no, there's two.
Well, they're 1 and 1A. You know, 1A and 1B.
Oh, all right.
And they're both not really heavy Van Halen songs. My 1B is Big Bad Billy.
Really?
I like Big Bad Billy, Sweet William now.
Yeah.
And my number one Van Halen song, Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, okay. I can understand why.
Well, it was the first song.
They're not terrible choices.
Well, the reason I like Ice Cream Man, it was the first song I could sing around my mother that I knew he was talking about, that I knew David Lee Roth was talking about sex, but my mom had no idea.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Here I was, 13, 14 years old, and I'm singing about having sex, and my mom has no idea.
Yeah, it's 78. Which was that all?
It's on Diver Down, yeah.
Yeah.
It's either 78, 79 right there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I thought you were going to ask
that's such an underrated album.
It really is. Diver Down is my favorite Van Halen album.
Yeah, Ain't Talking About Love is that? Yeah, that's on Diver Down.
Although Mean Streets is a pretty good album too.
Mean Streets is a very, very good album. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with those choices.
You know who's the biggest Van Halen fan I know in Marion County though?
Who?
Tom James.
Really?
Oh. I can hear him right now in my head going, metal, bruh. Mr. CEP, metal, bruh.
That's all. That's all.
You know, I did a lot of, you know, Tom James and I did the same thing you and Troll do now. Tom James and I did that for 5 years here at this radio station. So, Van Halen, when you said, I got to ask you because you're Van Halen, I knew you were going one of two ways for that. You were going to ask me either was I a Van Hagar or Van Halen fan. Because that's the difference. There is no Van Halen and Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. There's Van Hagar and Van Halen. Okay?
There's some great musical aspects of Van Hagar.
Oh, fantastic! They put great music out.
Great, yeah. It's just I'm not a it's there's a couple of songs like Dreams isn't terrible, but once you hear it once, you're like, all right, I'm awake. It's good workout music. It's not Van Halen music.
No, it's Sammy Hagar with Eddie Van Halen. That's what it is, and Alex Van Halen is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong,
and
the Red Rocker.
Eddie is great.
And the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar, was already an established rock star before he joined Van Halen.
Yeah, I think he was good. I think he was better. This is going to sound crazy, but he was better with Van Halen than he was on his own. But, I have no problem with Sammy Hagar. I have no problem with Van Hagar. I just think Van Halen with David Lee Roth is better. That's all.
Much, much, much better. But I thought when you said that you were either going to go Van Hagar, Van Halen, or the biggest. And this is, when you're 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, the things that you think are big conversations and like life or death situations really are just nothing. But you don't know that at the time. And I remember vividly sitting in my cousin's bedroom. And he had two of his buddies over, and I'm the out of town kid, I'm from out of town. Visited my cousin. His best buddies are at his house and everything, and the conversation comes up about Van Halen, and this one kid looks me right in the face and goes, "Yeah, Van Halen's okay, but they're no Journey." What?
Whoa.
What?
Well, at the time.
But at the time, that was the argument, because Journey and Van Halen were both stadium rock bands at the same time.
Yeah, and there was, and they, the other one you could throw it into was the Foreigner 4 album.
Oh yeah, Foreigner 4 was a good album.
That was the best album of my.
Oh, I don't know, Bad Company. 10 from 6 by Bad Company was pretty good.
Yeah, that was such a great album. But you know what? That Bad Company was for an older, more mature person.
Paul Rodgers.
They weren't more like for a 12-year-old. Like when Foreigner 4 came out and Van Halen in 1984 came out. Well, I'm 14. I mean, that's my wheelhouse. No thought. Just pure hot for teacher.
1984. You were how old when 1984 came out?
14.
Yeah, I was a senior in high school.
Yeah, but you're not listening to Bad Company. You love Bad Company now, but it's hard.
No, I was listening to Rock and Roll Fantasy and all, like 15, 16 from.
Sure.
Yeah. But I was.
But again, it's.
I didn't start listening to Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix at all till I was like 14, 15, 16, and didn't understand them till I was in my 20s.
Too deep. Yeah. Same is true for Pink Floyd. It was just beyond your scope of understanding.
And it's just how your music. You're right. It's beyond your scope of understanding, because when I was 14, the greatest rock and roll band was Van Halen, and then it was Leonard Skinner because I was from. Then it was Leonard Skinner because I was from Jacksonville. No,
but he had died by then.
Right, he had died by then.
Van
70,
what's his name died in what?
Van Morrison.
78, right?
No, yeah, Johnny Van Zant, 77.
77.
77.
So you appreciated them afterwards.
Oh yeah, because I was from Jacksonville. I was from Jacksonville, and everybody played their. It was you couldn't go 10 feet without hearing a Leonard Skinner song in Jacksonville. You know what I mean? And Molly Hatchet, 38 Special, and all carried on the moniker of Leonard Skinner. So at 14, I was Van Halen, Leonard Skinner. Now, if you ask me now at 54 years old, I mean, it's Frank Sinatra, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd.
Yeah, if you listen to my Pandora mix, I am all over the place.
Oh, now if you listen to my Google Music, you can hear everything from Biggie Smalls to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you're forgetting how great AC/DC.
Oh no, I'm not. My favorite song, one of my favorite songs ever, was TNT. Oh.
No, mine was Dirty Deeds. I remember.
Oh, that's a great song.
Oh my gosh, this is great. This is fantastic.
That is. See, we could do a whole 3-hour show just on rock and roll music.
Oh, because it's so. Whenever I think of like AC/DC, and AC/DC is another band that I didn't appreciate until later. Because back then, Rock 104 would play 2 for Tuesdays.
Right. Oh, of course.
And I remember, and I remember tuning in and hoping it wasn't like some terrible group that I didn't like the Allman Brothers.
Whoa! Hey!
I didn't like them.
Hey!
Or some group I'd never heard of.
The Allman Brothers
once
sing.
In a while they do it.
The Allman Brothers sing Statesboro Blues.
I never was into them.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? There's some bad music.
Okay, we're about done with this now. The man's dissing the Allman Brothers. We're about done with this conversation.
Oh.
Though.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, Rock 104, it was fantastic.
Oh, of course. We had Rock 105 in Jacksonville. They would do the 2 for Tuesday all the time. And, it was just, music was different then. And an album that doesn't get thought of very much, but that came out in 1986, so it's 34 years old now. That's how old this album is, that I loved. I know we got a minute to go, so I need to get the Bloodmobile. But it was a cross between rock and roll and rap, and it was a fantastic album. Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys.
Sure. Oh, okay.
Brass Monkey, Girls, Brass Monkey, Girls, Paul Revere. Yeah. Here's a little story I got to tell about 3 bad brothers. Oh, one of the best.
I saw them in concert with Run DMC.
Oh, well, there you go. See, I saw that in the Atlanta Omni in 1987, 86, 85, 85. 85, 86, something like that.
3 different times.
Hey, where's the Bloodmobile at today, Galen?
Hey, Bloodmobile today, we're at the Walmart right there on Easy Street, but come by and see us right on the boulevard, or call us at 622-3544. And please, just give the gift of life, donate blood. We are in need of all blood types and all blood products, so come see us. We are still testing for the antibodies.
Galen, Life South. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. All right, rock on.
Yep.
Bye, all.
We'll be right back after this timeout.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas said Monday that should the Supreme Court decide to hear the Pennsylvania election irregularities in the 2020 election, he has offered to present the case for President Trump.
I'm hopeful the Supreme Court will step forward to its responsibility and resolve this case and resolve other cases as needed according to law and according to the Constitution, to say this is a country where we respect the rule of law, where we follow the Constitution.
Senator Cruz on Fox is a lawyer. Cruz holds degrees in public policy and law from Princeton University and Harvard Law School. The first China virus vaccine outside of testing was administered in England Tuesday morning. Margaret Keenan, the 90-year-old grandmother, received a jab at University Hospital in Coventry, England. British health officials hailed the first injections as a turning point in the fight against a virus that has infected 67 million people around the globe. USA Radio News.
Get healthy, not high, with 100% pure CBD powerful natural pain relief from Veterans Vitality. GCN listeners, have you ever thought about how CBD may help you? I'm sure you have heard about the many benefits of CBD. Well, here's your opportunity to try before you buy. Created by veterans and for everyone who deserves better choices, our CBD is derived from organic hemp, grown in the USA and third-party tested. Veterans Vitality CBD saves you as much as 25 to 50% over our competition, and a portion of all sales is contributed to veteran nonprofits and events. Many of our customers have experienced improved quality of life, help with anxiety, PTSD, and overall well-being. Our products do not contain THC. They are safe, non-addictive, effective, and 100% legal. GCN listeners, get your free trial bottle of premium CBD by simply paying shipping and handling at GCNFreeCBD.com. That's GCNFreeCBD.com. Again, GCNFreeCBD.com. Offered by Veterans Vitality Premium CBD.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
AccuSleep offers a safe and effective medical option for those who suffer from sleep disorders of all kinds. AccuSleep makes restoring healthy sleep patterns possible. No medication, no surgery, just good sound sleep. Mend your sleep so you can stop counting sheep. Experience restorative sleep at AccuSleep, the acupuncture sleep clinic in Ocala, by calling 352-615-5566.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene and Debbie thank you for another successful year, and to wish you and yours a year ahead full of health, faith, and compassion. In addition to our pasture mowing, we also offer fence line spraying for weed control and rototilling for your winter gardens. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Powell Gene, Gene at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Help prevent the spread of germs. Wash your hands with soap and hot water for at least 20 seconds, and always wash before you touch your face, eat, or drink. Use hand sanitizers. Limit sharing of eating utensils. Practice social distancing and avoid physical contact. Sneeze or cough into